Whoa! Good morning, people. Day 42. Look at it. Look at the. I think it rained. It seems like it did. It's kind of like it's not a cold weather, like it's not a cold breeze. So I'm guessing it did rain. Do you think it rained? Look at the. Let me give you a gist of the roads. See? Yeah, it did rain. Anyway, that's one good change, I feel. At least with the rain, the snow a little bit melt off maybe, because it's like crazy. Wait, I'll show you how big it is. Look at that. You cannot believe. At places, it's been like subtle ice, and that's crazy to me. Anyway, oh my gosh, somebody's pipe broke. Look at this. Oh my goodness. That is just crazy. That's gonna cost a lot. Oh, I think it's. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I first thought it's because of the broken pipe everywhere the water must have been. But then I see it everywhere, like roads. They're a little bit like damp. So my guess is it did rain. Anyway. Oh, what the fuck has happened, bro? Here? Some sort of robbery? There was a full glass which was broken. I'm surprised. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. Something keeps on happening. Anyway, let's go to work. Because you gotta work, baby. You gotta work. So I'm gonna head to work today. Today is Wednesday. I'm happy that 2 more days to go for the weekend. And I'm gonna do a couple of meetings today. I have one of the KT session because I need to. We hired a junior developer, so I'll need to do knowledge transfer for him. So we're gonna do that, and after wow, scary notice. And after that, I have one-on-one. Wish me luck. And that one-on-one is kind of important because we're gonna discuss like development plan, the next how does the next year looks like, and all of that work stuff. So let's see how that goes. I'm heading to work now. A lot of places seems to be open today. I don't know whether I'm looking at them incorrectly or they are suddenly open. Like these, there are like restaurants and some coffee shops and all of that, like weird kind of places also, like stuff's also there, but generally they're closed when I head to work, and today they are open. All of them have very clear vision. Don't know why. Anyway, I'm happy that spring is gonna come in next 4 to 5 weeks, and we will not have this snow anymore. Hopefully the snow will be gone by then, and we'll have light spring, nice weather, good feelings. Everything will be fine. Okay, so I'll see you in the office. Ready to go home. We have 9 minutes to spare before we leave, so we are going to play one game. See how many we can score this. volleyball and soccer and pickleball, everything. This goes in, I will lose something. I will lose something if this goes in. This is the third one. Come on, God. What the hell? I played two right in the goal and then third one did not. Can you beat me? Anyways, 3 by 3. And as I said, we'll have to do something now because 3 went in right after another. This is so funny because today I called my mom and I was speaking with her and she was telling me about how my grandma watches my videos on a big screen when she's home. And by the way, my grandma has not been to school at all, but she knows 3 or 4 languages. Can you fucking believe that shit? And when I was telling the story of my dog, I'll put somewhere here the vlog day 39, yeah, 39, 38, why not giving up is important. And that story I told about my dog and how she recovered from the big scenario that all happened. Obviously go back, check it out, that vlog here, very helpful vlog. And she watched that on a big television, and my maid was also home during that time and she said, you understand everything in English? And she is like, I understand words, but I completely understood what story she told and how she told. Like, she mentioned about me, she mentioned about my dog, how that thing happened, whatnot, everything. And it just makes me feel so good. Like, they watch my videos. I don't know anyone. Sometimes I feel like, oh, what am I doing? Why am I doing? But then it's like, they do watch, and it feels good because they can see me and they feel that I'm part of their life. Still, I'm like 8,000 miles away, but it just helps to connect in a one way, and I'm really glad that I do. Shout out to my boyfriend, my pretty boyfriend, who gave me this kind of a motivation to post daily, because after something, I love being on camera, honestly. I love being on camera. But my problem is, if in anything, if I don't really see output earlier, then it feels like I'm kind of a little bit not motivated to do it, but I still do it. And then I promised him that in this year, like 2026, I'm gonna post every fucking day. So I'm gonna post for 365 days, and let's see where it goes, what it happens. Not making any fuss about it, but just simply posting it and making every day better with my experiences for rest of the people out there watching it. And then obviously, because I already promised him, I cannot back it out. Because if I back up, or if I fail, or if I give up, he will roast me forever, and he'll make fun of me, not in a bad way, but in a healthy way. But I still don't want to give him that chance. So yeah, here we are. And with that, our near to 9 minutes are over. It's almost been like 5:32. So we're gonna head home. Let's see what to do. Bye-bye. Today was such a long day, man. I had so many calls and so much of work to do. I cannot just fathom it. And you won't believe, tomorrow my calendar is completely packed. Like, I'll put the picture over here, you can see it, it's completely packed. I don't know how it's gonna be tomorrow, because tomorrow is gonna be client call. You might be thinking why I cry for client calls so much, but you won't believe how bad the situation sometimes get. Because when for technical team, it's very important that you have something that is strong core to work on, like either a documentation or a source code or something. And unfortunately, the third party tool that I use here for work, they do not have that kind of a support available, and it makes it a little bit difficult to do reverse engineering all the time, considering amount of tasks, amount of projects that are given on the plate. It just gets hectic. And the client also is a little bit pickier, honestly speaking. I understand customer is always right policy, but sometimes you have to understand also that employee are equally important as customer. Because if you don't have employee, what are you gonna do for your customers? Who are going to take care of them? Nobody. So both are equally important. I feel you have to kind of cater to both teams. As obvious, someone walked in, so I stopped talking. I can't, man. Come on. Come on. I'm holding my phone like this. You can see my this hand. And if I'm talking to camera like this to myself, I know it's not an awkward because you are watching it. But at the same time, I don't know what to do, how to make this awkwardness go away. I am great at public speaking, honestly speaking. Whereas I am super extrovert, and I do not have kind of a, and this is not overconfidence, by the way. This is an actual fact that I do not feel shy when I'm talking to new people. I do not find difficult to reach out to new people and just do stuff, ask stuff, or request stuff. That's fine completely. And same goes around. If someone asks me for something or some help, and I haven't been like in touch with them for like long 10 years, I'll still help them. Dude, you have to understand that life happens, and you cannot be somebody's best friend, anybody all the time. You kind of help each other in every way possible, and that's how you grow. And I completely like in part of that. So yeah, coming back to the point, sometimes client can be a little bit picky, and the only thing that is the bashing happens a lot from client end. And if you do not have any resource or lead to reach out to, then it becomes a little bit problematic. So that's why I hate these calls sometimes. But again, I try my best to convince them that this is how it is, and we are going to help them in best possible way, and blah blah blah. So yeah, at the end of the day, they're happy. That's what matters. Anyway, yeah, second part is, I do not think that talking to someone every day is really like a source to keep the relationship healthy. I'm not talking about like a love interest or family and all of that. I'm talking about a professional relationships or acquaintances or colleagues or friends. Life happens, man. Not everyone is privileged enough that they have the same 24 hours. We do not have same 24 hours. Let me be clear to you. If someone tells you I have same 24 hours, you have the same 24 hours. We do not. Someone who might have raised in a survival mode will not have same 24 hours as compared to someone who has raised in a healthy family. Let me tell you. So I do not believe in this fact at all. So if someone tells you that, oh, you didn't talk to me for 6 months and now you're asking for a favor and I'm not going to help you, that's not me. That will never be me. But yes, if I ask for something 10 times and you don't do it, and if you ask me for 20 things and I'm doing it, obviously the 21st thing that you're going to ask me, I will not do it. I am a giver, but not a blind giver. Same should apply to everyone. Understand the boundaries and then help, but do not over create them or over attach yourself with a person or situation and then think 100 times of what it is. I heard from one of the person on the reel that they created a reel, like a page, like a notes, okay, and then they wrote whatever made me feel that world is going to end, and all the situations. And every time I feel like, say I'm now feeling very anxious, okay, then I'll go and write it down why I'm feeling that way. Then second thing also I'll do the same thing, third thing also I'll do the same thing, and then after 6 months if I look back at it, then I feel like, oh, this was nothing, this has nothing to do with it, this was so silly. but at that point your brain does not understand, and it's important to make it feel safe. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk, and I'll be heading home now. Bye bye. The sky, it looks so beautiful. Seems like it's going to rain. I'm glad it's going to rain. Look at me. I just don't want to fall. See? Anyway, so if it rains, it's gonna take the snow also away. So I hope it rains all night and takes the snow away from the land. Look at my hair. Look at the sky, man. It looks so pretty. I think since it rained last night, and I believe it's going to rain right now also. I haven't checked the weather in quite a bit, but the sky looks so pretty. It's so effing pretty. Oh my gosh. You can see behind me. It's the glimpse of it. Oh, there are birds. There are such cute birds. There are so many good stores in here actually, and I see them all from outside. I feel like I should go in and check it out someday. I don't know when, but someday I will do that. Honestly speaking, I love sky. I love the good colorful sky. I'm such a sky baby. I love beaches, I love mountains, I love to be outside. God forbid, if I knew that this is what I love the most when I was 18 years old, I would have chosen a profession which would allow me to do this on a daily basis, like going out, exploring new things, doing adventurous activities, which I used to do it when I was like, in my young teens. I did paragliding. I did paragliding from second highest height in the world. Can you fucking believe that? I cannot believe that it's me who did that. I was screaming all the time when I did that, and the guy, like my driver who drove me till up, because it's really bad road to go up, so someone has to drive you there. You cannot really drive unless you're someone who is like pro in mountain areas. It's like this. It's like these like small roads, and you have to be very careful when you're driving there, otherwise you're done. And the guy drove me, and then he went down because there are some, like, it takes some time to put the harness, to walk you through everything, to obviously get your papers signed, because if you die they are not responsible for it, and all of those things. And imagine, life insurance does not cover that, by the way, and any type of LICs also do not cover that. So you have to be very careful when you're doing it. Do it with a good agent or a good agency itself. Even same with the skydiving, by the way. So skydiving is in my radar. I will do it before I turn 30. Anyway, so coming back to the point, I did that. Oh, my parcel. Thank God I remember, man. I was supposed to get my new card. That's not mine. Okay. This one is mine. Did I just show my address? Fucking thing. I'll have to edit that in the video now. Anyway, so yeah, I did that paragliding, and it was so great. I mean, the guy who drove me stood at the bottom where we are supposed to land, and he was telling me that so the story is like, we flew, so there were like 2 or 3 agents who flew same time, okay? So now imagine, I came down, and at the same time 2 people also came down, okay? now, but obviously there is a way too huge of a distance, so they will never like collide into each other. So the way I was coming, just give me a minute, I'm gonna open the door. Yeah, so the day what the fuck the way I was coming down, I, by the way, before that only did parasailing, which was like a shit. Parasailing is nothing, bro. Parasailing is definitely nothing in front of paragliding. And I did parasailing. And honestly speaking, most of my decisions in life, it's like this. I take the decision, it works out, I just make them work. And same with the adventure sports. I did it. I'm gonna place the camera over here. Okay, so I did it, and during the whole time I was screaming my lungs out, and my driver said, ma'am, नीचे बस आपका ही आवाज आ रहा था. What it means is, when he was down there, he could only hear me screaming out. I was screaming for my life. I was like, oh my god, why did I do this? Why did I choose this? If I die, this is going to be the end. And I was just cursing the F out during the whole process. And bichara, my agent, he was so pure. He was like, he calmed me down in middle of the process. But I wasn't disturbing him. So if you understand what I mean, like, I wasn't one of those people who are unsure of doing something, because the moment he told me you have to jump and run, you have to run and jump, you cannot like sit back, otherwise you get hurt here, and that's going to be really bad, and there is a chance that you can die as well with that process. Okay, because after that point there is nothing, there is literally nothing, it's like dead end. So you have to kind of run and then kind of jump, you can't sit, and I did that. So technically my brain was like, okay, I'm ready for it, and I did that. But the moment I was like going down, something was happening in my stomach, and I started screaming. But then he started the camera and put it in my hand, and then I realized, okay, it's not that bad. And then I started talking in camera, we clicked a couple of pictures. It was such a lovely experience, honestly. And I also wrote a vlog about it on Medium. I'm gonna post somewhere here link about it, so go check it out. That too, I write vlogs every now and then, although I haven't wrote one in last 6-7 months, but I will catch up to them this weekend. Okay, let's do one thing. Since we made 3 goals right today for the basketball, we have to write one Medium vlog this weekend. So this Saturday I'm gonna write one vlog. I don't know what the topic would be. I'll sit down on Saturday morning, pick some of the topics that are really helpful, most probably what the last 3 years were like, technically, professionally, emotionally, mentally, everything, blah blah blah, and then I'll put it out on the Medium, and then I'll share it with you guys. What do you say? Do share, subscribe, and like, and I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.